Jamaican-born software developer, engineer and entrepreneur Ricardo Jenez talks exclusively with the Gleaner about the word on the street in Silicon Valley. With 26 years experience at some of the world's leading companies such as Google, AOL and Netscape, Ricardo highlights some of the trends in the industry and what to look out for.
Companies know that they're going to have to apply a lot of data science in terms of extracting value from large data sets that they have, that there's, their current infrastructure is not going to be able to scale the way that the current internet infrastructure is. So there are needs that are out there. And there are companies that are providing basic technology like Cloudera, which does, I don't know if you're familiar with Hadoop, but in essence, that technology is a technology that started at Google, but moved to Yahoo and then was open source. And the fundamental capability is that it allows you to take very large amounts of very inexpensive computers and get them to work together in order to solve a single problem. So there's a lot of interest in that space, a lot of energy, a lot of people investing. So I think that that's clearly one arena. I'm also, and there's obviously still momentum in what they call SOLO-MO, so social, local, and mobile, right? That's still ongoing. You see all the activities around mobile devices and people building applications. The ability to sort of localize your experience, in other words, allow you to get just the kind of information that you need depending on where you are. And then social, that's sort of overlay a social. And there's a lot of energy that's going into that space. If you'll see, recently Facebook did a transaction where they acquired Instagram, which is a company that has 13 people, but 30 million users, and they paid $1 billion for it. So that's still ongoing. But certainly big data is sort of the next big kind of thing that's showing up, and I think that there is an opportunity that potentially education startups are going to be involved in the next few years. You can see that where Stanford professors Peter Norvig and Sebastian Thrun offered an online AI course, and 130,000 students signed up for it. These are both Googlers or ex-Googlers, and Sebastian and Peter. And Sebastian is now going to start a company in that space, from what I understand. MIT just launched MIT-X, and the professor who taught one of the core courses, Anand Agarwal, who's head of the Computer Science and AI Lab, decided to actually become director of MIT-X and leave his whole responsibility as head of the what's called CCL, Computer Science and AI Lab. So that sort of tells you that basically there's a massive amount of interest. Khan Academy, which is really focused on K-12 education, it's getting lots of support. Craig Silverstein, who was the first Google employee, left Google recently to join Khan Academy. So I expect that the education component is going to be very, very big indeed.